I'm Jac Ross, and my new song is called It's Okay to Be Black, and you're watching my Steve Harvey Ask Anything Chat. Thanks to Steve and iHeart Radio for having me on today. So the first question, we got Sydney from Indianapolis. How did you get hooked up with Rodney? So that's really a long story, but I'm going to make it short. So I had a good buddy of mine living in Orlando, Florida, who worked in a mall. And Rodney happened to be going through the mall, and he saw him, played him one of my songs, and emailed him one of my songs rather. And by the time Rodney got in the car to leave the mall, my song was the last song in the email list. He turned it on first, and Rodney turned back around, found my friend, and pretty much said, I gotta meet this guy, and we've been rocking ever since then. All right, Elizabeth from New Orleans says, what's the best church you ever sing in acoustic-wise? Back home, there's a church where I'm from called African Baptist. It's in Live Oak, Florida. That's where I'm from, and it's it has really high ceilings, and you can hear the reverb. It's just one of those types of churches where when you go in, you don't even want a microphone. It just sounds so good hearing yourself sing. So definitely African Baptist back at home. Dion from Pittsburgh says, I can't find out a lot of information about you online. Where did you grow up and where do you live now? So I grew up in a small town called Live Oak, Florida. It's east of Tallahassee. And actually right now I do still reside in Live Oak, Florida, but it feels like I'm never home because I'm always on the go. So yeah, Live Oak, Florida, look it up. You'll have fun looking at all those fine little details about that great place. All right. Nikki from Detroit says, what does our History Month mean to you? That's a great question. Our History Month means to me a chance to celebrate who we are, a chance to celebrate us as individuals, all of our accomplishments, and how we can grow together and move forward together. And I could talk about that all day long, but overall, it's just really special, and it will always remain special to me to celebrate Black History Month. Deanna from Knoxville, she asks, how did It's Okay to Be Black come together? And was that always your single, or was it just for Black History Month? That's a great question as well. So the creative process of It's Okay to Be Black came together simply as an idea between myself and my producer, Darkchild, or Rodney Jerkins. He just kind of one day tossed a lyric my way and said, yo, Jack, I got this idea. And I was actually riding to Orlando to the studio during the early stages of us just kind of vibing. And long story short, we got in there and wrote the song, and really I was inspired by my daughter on that track and knocked it out, and it still remains one of, if not my favorite track till this day, and I've done a lot of tracks. And also just to let you know, it's not just a Black History Month thing. I genuinely love the song, and I planned on keeping it a part of many sets to come. Sherry from Norfolk asks, are you touring this year? Is there another artist that you would like to tour with? That's a cool question as well. I do think that we'll have dates, certainly, that I'll be touring a little here and there, and I'm excited about that, excited to give all my fans updates and things like that. So be watchful. Make sure you're watching my Instagram and my website, all my social media outlets, so you can know when and where I'm traveling or touring. And as far as if there's anyone that I would like to tour with, I don't really have anyone in mind. I really love just performing before anyone in any place. So that's cool, just to be on the stage and just have fun. So yeah. Cheryl from, looks like Peoria, I'm not really sure, maybe Illinois. My favorite music movie is The Blues Brothers. Do you have a favorite music movie? Of course I do. My favorite, not just my favorite music movie, my favorite movie in general is The Temptations. I love The Temptations. I can watch it any day. It's the only movie I can watch more than one time. And not only that, the movie The Temptations is so like really good to me because one of my favorite singers is David Ruffin. So like that movie is everything to me. It is absolutely my favorite movie. So yes, thank you guys so much for all your questions. I had a blast, and thank Steve Harvey and iHeart Radio as well. I'm out.